Hi, I'm Graham. A few months ago, my life fell apart. My wife passed away owing to medical complications after surgery. I documented that for 100 days, my grief and my loss, and now I'm venturing forth into the world as a newly single dad with 2 kids, 1 cat, and no idea what I'm doing. This is the start of a new day, and this is my story. Hello. Yes, welcome to... I'm not sure about the title. I've got sent a few, so I'm going to be running through them on the different, episodes of this vlog, I guess. See which one actually sticks. There are some good ones, there are some bad ones, but I'm going to use all of them just because it means I haven't got to think of a title for the next, 26 videos. Hi. It's been an interesting few days. So interesting, in fact, that my sleep pattern's now screwed up again. I'm not sleeping. Let's begin at the beginning. So, Seb had his assessment. Now, the way the assessment works is the doctor literally just sits down and talks to Seb and writes notes based on it, based on his interactions. And then you get a score between 0 and 28. If you get anything under 7, you're normal, maybe a bit quirky, but normal. Anything over 7, you are on the autistic spectrum, and then whereabouts you are and what you need is determined by the rest of the number. So Seb scored a 10. He's definitely on the spectrum. His intelligence and learning is fine. It's emotions and social issues he has problems with. So, moving forward, we've got to deal with that. Getting a copy of the report. The school's going to get a copy of the report. I'm meeting with the school later to discuss Seb's future going forward. There's a couple of ideas and places, extra sort of like learning help and places that we can go to. But there's usually a waiting list, which means get the plan in now. It means it'll probably be in place in time for his secondary education. But that's okay, because that's the point. Moving forward as well, he's got his EHCP, so he's basically covered until he's 25 now for any help he needs for everything from education to jobs. So that's good. Clara, on the other hand, has had a few days at school being incredibly angry. Angry, sad, all sorts of random emotions, and the ladies at the school, Vicky especially, great work. She and Claire, actually, Claire's been a great help to her as well. And Poppy for the hair. That's what, actually everyone at the nursery has been amazing. But back to the story in hand. Clara's been playing up, and she's been kicking out and trying to bite people when she gets told no. Now, a huge amount of research, they have come to the conclusion that it's part of the grief process. Clara is now understanding that there is a parent missing, and she's not quite sure how to deal with that, which sucks. No, I'm fine. Thanks. Don't worry about that. So yeah, Clara's taken a few steps back. They've said at school when it comes to things like yogurt and stuff, Clara's now, she's going back to the stage where she wants someone to do airplane noises with a spoon. And apparently it's part of the coping process. It's her brain trying to, make sense of everything. So she's not having the best time. Needless to say, it's weighing quite emotionally heavy on me, which means that I am spending a lot of time not sleeping now. So I was out shopping today. I saw this. I mean, aside from the annoying thing that's not called Cluedo anymore, it's called Clue. The bit that got me was very specific. How'd you get killed by a rubber chicken? More to the point, people are going to look at you weird if you say, I think it was Miss Scarlet in the bedroom with a rubber chicken, because that just doesn't sit right. I have no idea if you can hear that or not. That's Thetford Forest. I got a free concert. I'm just trying to figure out who it is. I will actually say that at the end of the last video, I stuck in an info dump, and there was a little bit of pushback because it was something that people didn't want to hear. You don't like being told that hot weather's not going anywhere, so I'm going to change it up a little bit. And rather than saying something you don't want to hear, how about something you don't know? This info dump is a bit more of a story. It is the story of one of the world's longest wars that you've never heard of. The year is 1651. The English Civil War is in full swing. The Royalist Navy is attacking shipping lanes, and they fall back to the Scilly Isles off the coast of Cornwall. Cornwall being the last stronghold of the Royalists. The Dutch fleet, in support of the parliamentarians, blockade the navy in and demand reparations for their heavy losses in their merchant fleet. Lieutenant Admiral Martin Tromp, upon receiving no satisfactory answer, declared war, and since the majority of England was under parliamentary control, war was declared specifically on the Scilly Isles on the 30th of March, 1651. Very soon after, the Royalist fleet surrendered, and the Dutch fleet left for home. We now fast forward to 1986, and a Scilly Isles researcher, Ron Duncan, contacted the Dutch embassy to ask if this legend had any weight. It transpires not only was it documented, but he realised that peace had never actually been declared. So the Dutch ambassador was flown to Scilly, and a peace declaration was finally signed on the 17th of April 1986, ending the war after 335 years, 2 months, and 18 days. Total loss of life in this time, none. Hope you enjoyed that info.